Hey everybody, welcome back. We are continuing our build here at Taffington Boathouse. It has been a long week and I'm very excited to settle into some cozy fallout building. So last week we did a lot of restructuring on the original house. So you can see there's now a solid roof which keeps our settlers protected from the elements. Here we have the main bedroom and this lovely bathroom with brand new flooring and gorgeous floral wallpaper. We still have this room here, which because this is our Mercer Safehouse, I think it makes sense to do it as kind of an office, not because you'd want records on the people who have escaped the Institute and are trying to resettle, but because you'd want records of the contacts in the Commonwealth that you can use as resources, like people who maybe are the best at creating new weapons, people who can support creating disguises, witness protection, the names of the Minutemen and the settlements aligned with the Minutemen that can be tapped to help out, all that sort of good stuff. So I do think they'd have a lot of record keeping, stuff like that. So I want at least 2 desks, and then maybe we can use, I wish these filing cabinets had better collision maps. They really seem to get in the way of everything, but that would be a good place for one. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them around. I think the vibe I get from this is that it's kind of haphazard. It's kind of whatever works. They're collecting information in any way they can. Let's see if we can put the taller bookshelf here too, to sort of act as a wall from the stairs. Yeah, I think that works nicely. And it's not really dark enough that I need my Pip-Boy yet. Let's also grab one of the guard post desks, just because I like that somebody can sit at it, but I also think it would make sense to have some variety of desk textures in here, like that, so multiple people could be up here working and get placement for the people who are coming through Mercer Safehouse. Because remember, we're using Mercer Safehouse for synths, like as part of the railroad, but also for people who may be trying to escape something else, an abusive partner or family. I want somewhere, sort of like an intake zone for people to sit while paperwork is being done. A bench would make sense, but as somebody who really likes having back support and a comfy chair, I don't want to put people on a bench. A couch could be nice. Like this. And then the filing cabinet does feel kind of in the way, but maybe like that. Like they could sit on the couch and then this person at the desk on the left could be, you know, taking their info, making note of what skills they have for a good placement. That sort of thing. A lot of these neat Vault-Tec things make me think of stuff we saw in the Institute. So I might try and reuse some of these. Actually, I might like that better than this smaller bookcase if we just kind of do like a little wall out of this plain metal one that doesn't say Vault-Tec. I think that's a really cool container. Like maybe people would have brought that with them and then left it here, so the residents here would have had to find something to do with it. Well, these stack. They don't look like they'll stack. Ooh, I like this too though. That could be really cool right there if they've got some tech that can help them navigate what's going on. Oh, hey, man. I mean, he is our guard. I could just assign him up here before we build out a guard barrack for him. Will this go somewhere that it's kind of like not in the way but still feels decorative? I think it works there. And then this can be this corner piece. Yeah. Oh, where did Pedro go? Where did he go? Did you see where he went? Pedro, I had a job for you. Nope, not you. All right. I really like this as just kind of like a messy office space. Let's see if there's any posters that go with it. Not stay fit, stay focused. I do like a "we're all in this together" poster. I wish it didn't have the US must win vibe on the bottom there. I like this "America lives on in you," just sort of a "we're in this together" message. And then similarly, if I think of like a guidance counselor's office, I think of like a cute little painting. Yeah, like that's cute. And maybe a little light. I think the oil candle would be slightly more professional here. And we have room for a plant maybe back here. I think that would feel nice. Yeah. That feels like a good office to me. I'm sure I have at least a clipboard. Bone saw. Yeah, clipboard. Let's give, oh, not 12, but maybe a coffee cup on the desk. I know we have a coffee set up downstairs. We could probably put a cutting board downstairs in Doris's kitchen that we did last time. A desk fan. Let's just grab some of these to round out the office space up here. Yeah, and then clipboard makes sense on this desk because I really do think this is kind of the intake space. Yeah, for new people coming through the safe house. That's lovely. And then the desk fan. I love a desk fan. Okay. That's super lovely. Oh, I just adored that. Like it's cozy, it's sweet, it's helpful. It's exactly where I would want to end up if I was running from something in the wasteland. Okay, gorgeous. Preston, we got more to do. This is Doris's kitchen. Look at how cute she looks at her little counter with her like dream diner setup. I'm so happy for her. Hi. We still have this space, but I think that in the last video, because we did so much renovating of the existing house, I'm really itching to put down something new today. And remember, we still have the whole clothing shop we want to build, and I want to make sure we build that before we use up our entire size limit. So I think let's start building the clothing shop, which, to be honest, not entirely sure how I want that to look yet. But I think we can start putting stuff down and just see how we feel. It's usually a good way to go about that. I might have started this too low in the ground. Huh, that's odd that doesn't want to snap there. And I don't need to take the water purifier with us. I'm just trying to figure out how much space we have. It would be neat to kind of let it overlap into the water a bit, but it doesn't have to. I hear that guy talking to Preston in the background. Yeah, I think we can do like these 4 blocks. Yeah. And this, we can even move this over a bit to give us some more space. Because we're not putting too much emphasis on the water purifier here. Okay. That's a good, solid space. Let's actually, instead of going into the wooden structures, let's go into the barn structures, just because I think sometimes these walls work a little better for indoor spaces, and I would really like to be able to give the people who live in here a separate indoor space. But I'm not married to any particular idea. This could go in a lot of different directions, and I would still be happy with it. Like that. It would be nice, though, if we had outdoor sort of patio area because we have 2 people who are going to be working in this. Ooh, that'll snap right up against there even though the door is there. This could be a neat patio. We have 2 people who are going to be working here, so this could be a really neat space for the hair salon setup. If somebody's out here giving haircuts, and then in here we have like all the clothing to select from, I think that's really cool. Oop, I went back into wood. Habit, force a habit. Let's come back into these barn walls. And do solid ones. And then here, I think back here would be the bedroom space if we can manage to sort of wall it off properly. If I do this as a half wall, are there roofs that would like make that possible and not look weird? That's a good door. Now, yes, it does look like that'll snap inside, which is fantastic. That's what I was wondering about. Let's focus on construction first. Yeah. Okay. What roofs could work here? That's going to leave us with the gap. This might not be possible to do in the way that I want to do it. Let's see if we can grab some of those little half wall things like this. And then this one. I don't know if there's a roof that would make that work. It looks kind of cool though. Like it looks really cool. I never really figured out what where the rafter goes. That'll go there. That'll go there. Oh. That could be neat. Hold on. If I... Oh, wait. Wait. I could do like that. But then I would want both pieces to be slanty, so the roof kind of meets there. Yeah, I'm trying to work that out in my head. I think it makes sense if these are all full-size walls, because I don't want the entire bedroom space to be half height. I bet we could stack these for a really interesting looking wall though. Maybe we do that here. Like this. Does that look cool? I think that looks cool. Some neat texture at least. And then we'll keep this one flat because again, this is their living space. This would be the store space. Yeah, this is going to be so cool. And I think we'll do, yeah, a solid door to lock off the living quarter. Oop, can't find my way out. And then, oh, are those all the door options? Wait, the bigger doors are cool. How do we use a bigger door? Is that what the wall, the like half wall thing is for? Like if I scroll like this, does a big door go in there? Because that would be really cool. Oh, it looks like it would, doesn't it? Maybe not. Maybe they go, oh, we're going to learn something today. We are going to learn something today. Would this snap like this, and then does it go inside? But like I gotta match them. Is that like a big barn door? That's really cool. Oh, wait, that's really cool. I could make both of them. We might undo this. Again, I'm not married to any of these ideas yet. We're just feeling things out. Oh, let me just grab this whole thing. Oh, but I don't want to grab it by the door. Let me see if we can snap that on. I don't think it's going to snap. I can move it piece by piece. That's fine. It would just be so cool to have it be like this big open, barn. Where's the other? This is what I want. Make it like a, in my head, I'm calling this the Blouse Barn. I don't know if any of you also are Schitt's Creek fans. But it could open and then be like a big open air barn / shopping area. Hold on, this is gonna be so cool. It could be like this. So it's sort of right up against the door, but then when it's nighttime and they close, they would close it up and then open the Blouse Barn again in the morning. That's so cute. Obviously I'm not going to be the one to open it and close it every night. That's on them. That's really cool. That's not where I thought I was going to go with it. And I still could be talked out of that because I do want space for the haircut thing. Because our other option would be doing a smaller clothing shop like this, keeping this part closed off. And I did like the one with windows. Well, that door, that still looks really cool. Yeah. And the door still fits there. That is pretty cool. Because my original vision was that then we do like a half wall situation here for the hair cutting zone. Like that. Kinda. Actually, and I don't even think we need that whole wall because it would look really cool like this. Can I get that on the corner? I don't think I can. I think our options are only where it wants to go. What if I move the roof? I think it's snapping to the roof. So if I move the roof, can I put that more in the corner? I don't think so. I think it's going to be where it wants to be, and that's okay. In that case, though, if we can't get it right on the corner, I think I liked it with the half wall that it had. That's really cool. And we can do the haircut. Yeah, a barber chair would go here. I'm just putting that out to feel out spacing and stuff. It does feel like it's getting dark pretty fast. I want to sort of fence off this side, which I think we could use a shack piece for. I think we want to blend this a little bit between barn and shack. How does that look with this open? I think we have to move the stairs, or we can just do 2 sets of stairs like that. Nah, I think we just need one like that. That's really cool. Hi, bud. We're losing light so fast. I don't really understand why. But this is where their beds are going to go. And I haven't decided, honestly, if they're girlfriends or roommates. So maybe we give them separate beds. And then if they decide to do a friends to lovers thing, they can figure that out themselves. Let's, what time is it? It's only 8 p.m. That's okay. Let's sleep, hope we get some good sunlight in the morning, and then try and do the roof. Usually when I do these builds, I have peppermint tea, but now I'm drinking black tea because I've got a work thing tonight that's going to keep me up. Okay. Preston, are you volunteering at the clothing shop, my love? Look at you. Oh, I love him so much. All right. Barn, roofs. Okay, because we could do roofs going like that, or we could keep them flat. We could do a roof going like this. That could be neat. Let's try this and see how it looks. And if we don't like it, I want to try and do the slanty one. Yeah, I'm not sure I like it. I find it's really hard to make a barn with a roof that looks good. I don't feel like it should be that hard. I think I just don't know what they intend for me to do with these pieces. And that makes it feel a little weird. But we could do this. We could definitely do this and have them... Oh, we could have them meet on top. I think it looks good with the rafter. Ooh, I just crashed right into that wall. But let's redo these with the rafter piece, just for some structural support. And then I think we'll want to plug in the holes in the wall. Yeah, I think that looks good. I do at least know what to do with these little pieces they give us, and they do fit beautifully, right, like that. Yeah, and then the eave, the overhang that it gives there is really quite lovely. Okay, similar thing on this side. Yeah, I think that's really cute. Oh, how lovely is that? Now that we have this, I think I'm just going to shift the fire barrel over there to give a more natural walking path between the old house and the Blouse Barn. Should we put the name on the side of it here? I think that makes sense. What are our options for doing the name? The neon letters, I think, are the best option here. We could do a big marquee sign. We also have the power generator on this side for the water. Okay. This exists. That could be cute somewhere around here for sure. We could just do neon letters on the side of the barn. We could do our little trick with the weapons rack there. We could do the marquee sign like this, could be cute. Or over on this side. That could also be cute. Let me just put it down and see. It feels like it's calling too much attention to something that's basically kind of underground. So maybe not. Maybe not the marquee. But we do have our little trick where we can grab these weapon rack and use that to write what we want. So we could overlay them somewhere on here to put the name on the front. That could be cute. It would be just less. On this side here, I feel like you wouldn't see it as much because, like, if I back up, we see Fishy Joe's, and then we don't see that left side. So I feel like if the name is down here, it's actually going to be more visible. I just wonder if we have enough room to write Blouse Barn. We can try. We can certainly try. And I think red is going to work just beautifully here. Oh, but this doesn't, it doesn't want to go there. I wonder if it's because of how I put the walls up. Interesting. Yeah, I bet they're just too far back. That is interesting, because now I want it there. We could do it on this side. If I do the letters on here, can I then move the sign with the letters? I feel like we've had some hit or miss experience with that. That looks like it'll work, actually. So let's at least see if we can spell out Blouse Barn before I... Blouse. Is this how you spell blouse? I'm not going to get hung up on spelling mistakes because I don't think they would really have the best spelling in the post-apocalypse. But you never know. Okay, we lost the S. Hey. Hey. And that doesn't want to go there. I would love if this went here. That would be really cool if that went there. If I throw up a wall and we build this on the wall, could I then move the whole thing? Would that be possible? Let me grab a smooth wall for this little smooth brain experiment that I am now committed to. See if I do that. Oh, if I move, okay, if I move the wall, everything will come with it, won't it? All right, we have some options. Like we could do it like this, because I'm pretty sure that these weapon racks will go on this. I think we figured that out from the green top fruit. We've used these before. It does kind of stick out. What if we try rotating it? And doing it against the back like that. I shouldn't have done the other one down first. Live and learn. We'll grab you, and you'll go up here. Really, there's no mistakes in builds like this. There's just learning opportunities. Another thing that I know sometimes kind of works is using a pillar, not to glitch it, but just to stand against it in a weird way. Which, let me show you what I mean. If I can get this kind of evenly here, we might be able to place the signs on top of them. Sometimes. Like that sometimes works. And it looks like it's going behind it, but not on top of it. All right. I have one more idea before we shift away from doing it this way, and that is just to grab one of the barn half walls and just accept that a wall is going to be kind of exposed there, like this. Can we pillar glitch a wall? Would that be an option? Yeah, I think we could. Like just use it here and then put the signs on top of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, took a lot of work to get to that smooth surface, but I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that before it was ready. Let's do it back up here and try and do it all together before moving it over. Because we're gonna get there. Just might be in a different way than we imagined it. Yeah, we're not using this. We're not using this. Let's do the rest of the letters. Power, red, blouse. And we're just gonna make it all one word, no spaces. Blouse Barn. Okay. Now I just need this to get close enough that we can grab it together. There we go. Okay, everything's coming together, so that's promising so far. And if we just kiss it right up against the front of that so it looks like it's built into part of the structure. Yeah. Oh, this is so cool. There we go. There we go. That's lovely. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's wonderful. I want to, since we have the power from here, I think we can wire it around the back fairly easily in a way that wouldn't like stick out too much. Yeah, because we'd need the power to reach all the way. So let me see. If we do like this, just to get it sort of pointing in the correct direction. And then we do... And this will give them power in the whole thing, which is pretty neat. Like that and that. And we'll see if that gets it close enough. If we just wrap these around. Is that close enough to power this front, or do we need one more conductor? I think we need one more conductor. I'm hoping that one's close enough. Yeah. Oh, that's a really cute. That's so wonderful. Oh, okay. Amazing. While we're here and still kind of doing the outside, I think this is a perfect place for a mute fruit hedge. Absolutely delightful. We have Fishy Joe's over there. We have the big house, Doris's house. And now we have Blouse Barn. Oh, it's so cute with a big door. I wonder, now I'm looking up at this, and if this was my house, I would kind of like it to be separated from the shopping part of the store. Oh, we do want some outhouses around here. I don't want to forget about that. So let's actually pop one down here-ish before I forget. It's kind of a natural extension of the Blouse Barn. We can also, I think, fit one of this up there. Oh, that is so cool. I think I want it on this half, though. That's so cool. What a neat structure this is turning out to be. And I want this, but I'm realizing with the rafter roofs that I selected, that might be less possible. So let's see if we can do it just like that. Yeah, that snaps together just perfectly. And then same thing on this side. Just because I want these two to have some privacy. This is so cool. The barn set really can do a lot of cool things once you figure out what you want to do with it. This big door, oh, it just gives so much character to the Blouse Barn. Oh my goodness, and that's such a good clicky sound too. Okay, so we have 2 women working here. One works outside in this little haircuttery, which I think is perfect. And then another works here inside. We can scooch that back a little bit. And you know I love to give my retail workers somewhere comfy to sit. So let's find her a nice little chair. Something high enough that she can still sit at her counter, but I like when it has back support like this. So hopefully that's not in her way if she's just trying to stand there. Like that maybe. And then we want a lot of clothing options. Will that take up too much space? No, I'm just checking. She'll still be able to walk through there. That's cute. And then I really love the idea, because we have such high walls, that we can just go like shelves up to the roof like that with stuff on them. Oh, that's so cool. And then we can do similarly another shelf back here, but this can be where our mannequins go, which I know is armor racks, but I just love that they work as mannequins. I wonder how many I can fit into this space. They have such a finicky collision mesh. Oh, that should work. That. I guess I can do 2 of each kind. Why is that fighting me? I do really want this to go right here, so I might go ahead and use a pillar just to get what I want. This part of the vision I don't want to compromise on. Why are you fighting me? No, you're not. You're gonna be good. Although he'll be facing backwards. Oop. Oh, I hope I can select a mannequin with a pillar. I've honestly never tried to do this before. It's not something I have ever needed to do before. Interesting. What if we try and select with a rug? Not rug glitch, but actually do a select with a rug. Sometimes that gets us a little closer without us needing to keep the rug there. It might not. This guy still might be a little farther out than his counterparts. Is he on the rug? Yeah, he's too much on the rug. If I delete this, does he sink in the floor? No. See, because we did group select, he'll just kind of stand there pleasantly. And I'll lower this a little bit and center it. Okay. That's so cool. Let's do another shelf. I just love the idea that it's like shelves all the way up. Makes me want to buy something. And this, do we have room for something like this? I don't think we do. I think it's getting a little crowded in here already. That's okay though. I want to see what I have apparel wise. I think I've got some good stuff for them. Like a fedora would look really cool. I'm going to put down a Corsair uniform. That absolutely seems like something the Mercer Safehouse would need at some point. Ooh, fashionable glasses. Let's give that to one of the women working here. But like the pompadour wig, that's another thing I love placing in builds like this. Oop, and I don't know where they went. courser uniform. That would be cool on our little shelf. Fedora has enough height to it that you'd be able to see it on a shelf. Oop. Though it might not want to go on a shelf. Let's try that again. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. And here's the wig. You see what I mean? It's just, the wig is neat. Let's actually, no, we have another wig. We have another wig to put on our model. So that'll just kind of sit there for now. Let's dress up our armor racks. I think a suit would be really good. And we can do the other pompadour wig. Am I saying that right? I'm actually realizing I don't know what pompadour is. Sometimes I say words in these builds that I realize too late that I've only ever seen written. And y'all point out that I am not saying them correctly. There, okay. Casual outfit could be cool. Trench coat could be cool. I want to give the impression that, like, they have all sorts of disguises here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just for pre-war clothes. It's not just for day-to-day or costuming. Like, it's everything. And I love a fedora. I know I just put one up on the shelf, but I'd love another fedora. Oh, yes, exactly like that. Like that. That's perfect. I like the welding goggles. How do we feel about the skull bandana? I think it's good without it. Let's take away these sunglasses. Let's see if I can give him a hat. Ooh, you know what? Visor. Visor could be really good for this baseball guy. So we have like mafia guy. We have athletic guy. We have Nick Valentine vibe. And then this one I'd love a dress for just to like balance it. One of these maybe. No. Yes. Is there any sort of hat that goes well with the laundered dress? Oh, we can try the red dress too. I love it, but I think the laundered rose dress works better. Sack hood. I hate it, but I love it. Ooh, we do have Adam's robe. That could be cool. We have sunglasses. We have a tuxedo. I do appreciate that the clothes aren't gendered and they'll fit on either of the body types, even though we only have 2 body types. Ooh, I think I like the flight helmet better than the sack hood. Oh, that's a wonderful assortment of costumes. This is starting to feel like a spirit Halloween. Oh, and I think that's perfect. I think that's absolutely the vibe that I want. Oh, I do like, sometimes I forget that we have some of these Far Harbor like racks, but I think somewhere, it might be in decorations miscellaneous, there's like a tannery rack. And I really, really like the idea, yeah, that this person might sew the clothes and this might be the fabric that's used for that. So I think we could squeeze that in like that. I think that's really cool. And then same thing out here. Maybe some of the extra production happens here. And this, does this look cool if it's hung all the way up there? I feel like it might. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Okay, was there anything else there that seemed like tannery? Like, you know what I mean? Like some of the leather pieces, I think she might make herself. Could go either way on the wall sconce. That actually might be something that works better in their private area. Uh-oh, Nordhagen Beach is under attack. I might start doing shorter videos where we just like check in on the other settlements. Let's see if there's anything. Ooh, we haven't done a Minuteman flag anywhere in this settlement yet, and this might be a good place to do it, just to show that they're still aligned. Actually, I don't like that. I do like, though, where are the flags? There are flags, tall flags. Somewhere, I think this is better. For something really similar. Like, I do still want the Minutemen represented there. Yeah, that's really cool. Very cool. Let's grab candle. These bottle lanterns would be cool on these shelves, too. I don't know if they'll sit there and play nice for me. And I don't really want to spend time fighting with bottle lanterns. If they fit, amazing. If they don't, not my problem. Oh, but it looks like they will kind of fit. Let's see if we can do one candle one, just to balance out the lighting. Ooh, and I bet we could do a little plant somewhere here. Like back there. Yeah, kind of tucked away. That's really cute. Candles. We know that sometimes we get lucky and these can go on a shelf, so I'm kind of hoping that we get lucky on one of these shelves. If I hop up here, maybe we can make that happen. There is a sweet spot here. Yes. Oh, there we go. That's wonderful. Oh, gosh. Let's look for other helmets. Like maybe we could do another flight helmet to go up on the shelf. Just something with enough vertical height. Mining hat. Or not militia hat. Yes. Sorry. Mining helmet would be perfect for that. Let me take back the militia hat because I want to save that for people. There we go. Will that fall? Yeah, that'll fall. Okay, maybe there's not enough room for the helmet. Excuse me. They're not going to let me get that back, are they? Okay. Ooh. Let's do like that. Can this go up here? Nope. Why are you fighting me so hard? Maybe we just put these on this shelf for now because I know it'll hold them. And then you guys are really going to cause me to lose my mind if I can't get that back. Oh, no. All right. That might be a problem. That might be a problem for me later. Let me just save it like that. This is so lovely. It's just a precious little, you got all sorts of disguises in here. It's really cool. All right, and then you come back into their personal area. And I don't think we need any like secrets going on here. Besides, they just want somewhere safe and cozy to be. So let's grab them. I think a dresser. Just like a, yeah. Little one like this. Like these two really don't have anything to hide. And I don't think they need to disclose if they're synths or not. I think they're here to help. Let's close this door just so I can do a nice painting on the wall.
Commonwealth's a lot bigger than I realized.
Let's do this one. And maybe a little plant for them. And I just realized our size meter is yellow because of course it is. I'll do like that because this section would usually be covered by the door, but that way they still have some cozy stuff going on that side. Actually, because the plant does get so covered by the door, let's move the plant to be there. And we can do little candles. And then I want something here. I think maybe a chair would be really nice for them to have a private space to sit and relax. This yellow one definitely has the vibe of the eclectic shop. Ooh, so does this. And the red, I think, fits very nicely with the barn. Okay. I think that's wonderful. Yeah. They have a painting, a dresser. Yeah. I want a little more storage for them because we don't know when these two got here. I think they might be the most secretive of everybody at Mercer Safehouse so far. So let's give them a little suitcase. And then this spot out here, we don't have many decorations that like, I feel like go in a barbershop naturally. Like, I wish we had a mirror or something, but we don't. I think a head here would be too creepy. Any poster? Because remember, we do have power. We didn't, oh wait, we didn't take advantage of the power in here. I mean, I like that we're doing sort of a glowy vibe in there. Like, I'm thinking it feels like a really good vintage shop. But out here, we could do whatever we wanted. Okay, I like the eye because it implies that it leans into the Mercer Safehouse vibe. But I also feel like the woman working here might be more cavalier about the whole thing. Like, I kind of feel like she wouldn't disclose if she was a synth or not. She would give people some funky haircuts. She's just there to help. Toss challenge. There's so many signs, and I don't have uses for most of these. Oh, salon. Well, there we go. That's on the nose. I guess this fits. I don't want to cover up the window. It fits here though, right? Salon. And it kind of goes like that. She's got a little Vim poster. I feel like this would be a good opportunity for a buoy just because she's kind of funky. And I would love a little plant behind her. I think this one. Yeah, I think that's a really cute vibe. I want a welcome rug of some kind, and then I think we're good to go find these two and assign them. Ooh. That would be cute if I had thought to put it down first. But I didn't, so I think floor mat. Okay, now I am wondering if power would be better here than these glowy things. Because one of these bulbs is just so, it's just so powerful. Maybe too powerful. This won't fit up there, will it? I don't think so. I don't think this lamp would go anywhere I'd be happy with in here. Ooh, this one might though. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I think that's perfect. All right, now let's go find these two and assign them to their new home in the Blouse Barn. Oh, that came together beautifully. All right, so it's not this lady because she is our farmer. It's not Mr. Doris, who I still don't have a name for, so I'm just making him Mr. Doris. I think it works if he has, if he was a synth and didn't have a name as a synth, like if he just had a synth number. And then when they escaped, Doris picked a name and he was just kind of like, I'll be Mr. Doris then. All right, let's assign her here first. They usually stay more assigned if you assign them to a bed after assigning them to a task. Okay, so we assigned her to that first, but now we'll grab her again and assign her to the bed. And I think we can put her in a different outfit as well. She also looks like somebody who's still on the run. And she doesn't need to be on the run anymore.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls?
Yes.
Isn't that something?
We just got access to this log, actually.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Gosh, the character looks so weird when it's lit up by the Pip-Boy like that. Okay. I really love the black vest and slacks. That is one of my favorite outfits to put people in. Let's see what glasses look like, too. Nope, I wish those weren't polarized lenses. We do have suits. A suit could be cute. I don't hate that for our clothing vendor. Flannel shirt would also be nice. Because she doesn't need to be fashionable. Because, again, it's not like a high fashion clothing store. It's a we have everything you could possibly need for every situation clothing store. If you need to pass as a detective or pre-war or mafioli. Where is our other lady? I'm hoping.
I can't remember
Oh, hi.
the last time I had clean fingernails.
It's you. And then this is going to be our quirkier haircut girl. And we can also assign her to her bed while we've got her. And we'll give her another outfit too. Yeah. And they were roommates.
You work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
I would love if you had on a
If you ain't been up
visor.
to see Grey Garden, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
I love that her dialogue for
Don't
us.
much care for good neighbor.
Open the,
That place is
open the
nothing but
dialogue
trouble.
menu.
Got a dangerous look about
Why
you.
aren't you?
Hope you ain't here for
She's
me.
giving dialogue when I click on her, but it's not opening any kind of dialogue menu.
Excuse me. Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Okay. We'll give her a visor later then. I do like that her character dialogue is all about different places because it would make sense if I don't like this that this makes her face backwards. This makes her face more forwards. I like the idea that she would kind of naturally just be like, have you heard about this settlement? Have you heard about this settlement?
A haircut?
No, I'm looking to
I
trade
just-
with you.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Maybe I can put her in the black vest. Yeah. Okay, I kind of like that with the trilby hat. Like she just looks cool. I would trust her for a haircut.
My back hurts.
Let's try you again.
Feet hurt.
Preston
Everything hurts.
is being cryptid, creepy as heck.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
And I guess she really doesn't want to engage with us. So we're just going to leave her as she is for now. All right. That is the Blouse Barn. That puts us at about a full hour, which I really didn't think it was going to do. I thought we had time to build some more things. But that's okay. The last thing that we have to do at the settlement, I did want to set up a guard barrack so our Pedro character has somewhere to sleep. And I think we can save that for our last video. So I think that about does it. Thank you so much for joining me, the General of the Minutemen, as we work together to make the Commonwealth safer, one settlement at a time. If you enjoyed this build, please do give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. I have a playlist of all the builds I've done so far. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next week. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.